Peace and blessings. I wasn't expecting it to pop up that fast. Oh my God, I do look like a ghost. Hey, Ade, welcome. Oh, lucky to pop right up here. Welcome to anybody who's just come in. Make sure you thumbs up as you come in. Today's going to be a very interactive day. I would like for everybody to participate. Lucky says he wants to participate early. As soon as he heard me talking, he jumped up, as you all saw. Thank you for coming into the room. It is almost 4:00, but of course we always have to check the lighting. Ade, how does it look? I think it looks okay. Or do I look like a ghost? Kuja. Yeah, he looked like a ghost. He looked like a ghost. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, because I've been trying to get this look together since last night. Had to start all over 3 times. Welcome to anyone that's coming in. Please make sure you thumbs up the video. We're going to get started in a minute. I have a lot of things that I would like to talk about, as well as I want this to be more of an interactive video so that we can share some of our journeys, some of our information that we have. And also I'm going to put out some information that I just found out about a purchase I made online. I just found out no more than 30 minutes ago, and I freaked out when I read it. So stay tuned. Let's get ready. Since there's already 5 people in here, those that are already subscribers that are always here on Sundays, you all know that this is a what? A negative-free zone. We do not use foul language. We respect everybody's comments. We don't talk derogatory towards anybody, and we try to keep it at peace, and we try to talk about, at least for 2 hours or however long you're here, we try to talk about positive things, because we already live stressful lives depending on what you do, or, just everyday living can be a little stressful. So this is the time to just unwind, sit back, chill, relax. I mean, we could discuss things that are going on in the world, but sometimes I just want to focus on me and just me, you, and just not all the shootings, the killings, the this and the that. So that's pretty much the basis of being here. Talk about, our hair, talk about how we can improve our nutrition. Oh, and I have some great news about that too. So we'll talk about that. Welcome, Candy Girl. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Make sure you thumbs up. Oswald, welcome. How are you? Welcome. Thank you, Ade, for always being in here for me early. Yes, it's 6 people in here. I see 1 thumbs up. Maybe it's just on my end, but okay. Oswald, make sure you thumbs up. Candy Girl, please thumbs up. You see 2 people? I got 6 on this side with 1 thumbs up. Well, I don't know. Okay, the lighting is good, please. You all know the background. That's my station, my nail station, my manicure station, my manicure table. Yeah, I have 6 watching now and 2 thumbs up. Okay. All right. So it is officially 4:01. We are going to get started again. Please, respect the fact that I prefer. No, not just prefer. There is no profanity or anything used on the channel. We just try to be respectful, mindful. Now you can curse like a sailor when you get off and do whatever, but we just try to make this a peaceful place for everyone, and we use our words wisely, because I know our vocabulary extends far above and beyond using foul language. Okay. All right. So let's see. I have some things that I would like to talk about today, and some questions. I want it to be interactive, so the people that do come in, I would love for you all to interact, if you can, if you feel like it. Thank you, Oswald, for thumbs upping. Because it's usually the same few people that come in that do a lot of the talking. So I'm going to put out some questions. I was going to do a tag video, but I knew a lot of people wouldn't shoot a YouTube video or don't shoot YouTube videos. So doing a tag video would not be appropriate, because I don't really socialize with that many other people that, that are on the circuit, as far as with freeform dreads or Natty dreads or locks or whatever. Welcome, El Rastafari. Peace and love to you, and thank you for coming back. I remember you. Welcome, Boho Trends. Thank you for coming back in. Okay, you're listening? Okay, cool. Well, I have like great news. Now it's just 3 people in here. But I see Boho, El Rastafari, Oswald, Ade, Candy Girl's in here. Okay. We're going to kick it anyway, regardless of how many people are in here. I'm trying to hold back on some of the stuff until like the chat actually gets a little bit fuller, because I don't want to have to keep repeating like some of the things, positive that has been going on in my life. And hopefully I can help someone else out, with this, and how we share here. Welcome, Lil Faint. And this is your first time into the chat. I've never seen your name before. You know what? Honestly, we could talk about that. Lil Faint said, miss any tips with started 2-strand dread, twist dreads. Welcome to the live chat for one. I actually have a video up. If you subscribe to the channel and go to my freeform Natty Dreadlocks or my thick freeform Natty Dreadlocks playlist, I have some information about how I actually started, which was with 2 strands, and then I went into freeform. So I would check out that video, but I will touch a little bit on that. Just make sure you hit me up again. Just give me a few minutes, because I want to go through a couple things that I would like to discuss today, or that's going to be on the chart today. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for coming in. How did you find out about the chat? Are you a subscriber? Did you get it through my Facebook that I just shared it to, or did you get it from Tumblr? Because I just sent out some messages to both. So I'm curious as to how people are finding out about the chat. We've been doing this for over a year now. October made a year. Oh, great. Great. Welcome, Terry. Welcome. So glad to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you have been checking out some of those vegan recipes that I was telling you about, those YouTube channels that have a lot of vegan recipes, and they've been helping you. Let me know. Okay. Let's see. It's only a few people in here. I'm glad to find out that it is. Is everybody getting their notifications? I know you always come on anyway. Has everybody been getting their notifications? Make sure you're checking your notifications. Make sure you're checking that you're still subscribed, and that that you hit the bell, and that you're being notified of all the notifications of the live chats, the videos and stuff that I put out, because some people are saying they're not getting it, and that's why I'm posting it both on Facebook and on Tumblr, so that more people will be able to see it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna kick it off with this. Let me tell you, I went ahead and I made a purchase, and I know it was a rather cheap purchase. I ordered some earrings online. I was like, well, I'm always doing live chats, and now since I've been socializing a lot more, going out a lot more and stuff, I was like, not just my live chats, but for my videos, I always try to look nice, and I always try to be presentable or whatever, and have my stuff matching. And I have been having more of a social life lately. So not for these, I have like 5 holes in this year, 3 holes in this year. And, my first holes, I usually will put my diamonds back in after I wear like some cheap earrings. Well, these are a pair of cheap earrings that I purchased. When I say, well, let's say, no, they're cheap. I'm not going to say inexpensive. They're cheap. I paid $1 for these online. Had I went in the store and purchased these, I'm going to read it off to you all. Had I gone to the store and actually purchased these, there's no way I would have them. On the back of these, and I really want Empress Sahara and Bonafide to be in here, because they know a little bit more about this. Anyway, I need my magnifying glass, y'all. Okay, it says on the back of the package, warning, this product, oh God, I can't see, can expose you to chemicals including, dang, Hold on. Lead, nickel, and cadmium. Is it cadmium? I don't have. It's very small print, so I had a magnifying glass. I think it's cadmium or cadmium, lead, and nickel, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer, birth defects, or other reproductive harms. For more information, and then it gives the where you can go check out more information, and then it says this product is not intended for children 12 and under. Can you believe that? Really? Boho Trends. Yes, this is my first time purchasing anything and seeing this on the back. I mean, seeing because I've gone to beauty supply stores and brought a few little pairs of little earrings or whatever, but never did they have like a warning on the back saying this. And I mean, of course, they're made in China, so there are no regulations over there. But again, you know, it says that the state of California has deemed it, you know, that it can cause cancer. It can cause cancer or birth defects, reproductive problems, and all types of stuff. And then, you know, definitely not recommended for children under the age of 12. I don't think it should be recommended for anyone. And they're a cute pair of earrings, just something I would wear probably for like a few hours or so. But wow, that's crazy. Okay, Boho Trends is in Arizona. She said, Bonafide is here. Okay, welcome, Bonafide. I hope you just heard what I said. And maybe you can expound on it. Okay, on many of our products in Arizona, it's on almost everything that comes from California. Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know that. And I'm gonna make sure I'm reading more packages and stuff and not ordering so much online. Welcome, Bonafide. The black bean tacos, I hope you like that. It's so easy to make and it's so nutritious. It was so. Oh yeah, if you use, I don't even use water because there's so much moisture in the beans already. I don't even use water because they kind of can tend to be mushy, and I usually put them in my air fryer so that it will kind of dry it out a little bit. No, don't consider it backsliding. I mean, you're just, you know, trying to incorporate healthy eating into your lifestyle. So it's not something that happens overnight, Terry. This is something like I cut out beef and pork over 31 years ago. So, and then some of the other stuff 15 years ago, and then the chicken and the fish and everything 3 years ago. So it's a process, you know, it's really a process. And at one point in time, I was vegan in my 20s. It's a California thing. It's on your phone case, travel bag, plant pots, sandals, and more. Wow. I mean, I pay attention to labels. I really do. But that is a trip. Okay, Bonafide, I'm going to tell you about it in 1 second. I'm picking it up now. Ade said, I tend to chalk it up to California panic mongering. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people, boho, do not read labels and stuff and just buy products. So sunglasses, everything. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Bonafide. Now I'm caught up. Everybody that's in here, please thumbs up. Lucky already made his grand entrance. I'm sure he'll be back. He just heard his name again. Anyway, Bonafide, I had made a purchase. I was like, you know, I'm socializing more. I'm doing a live chats. You know, most of the times you don't see me wearing earrings in my first hole. I just recently started wearing earrings in my first hole. I have like diamonds and little studs and all the rest of my holes. But I purchased online some earrings that were, at first I said inexpensive. No, they were cheap. They were $1. This place called Shop Miss A, which of course she's Asian. And everything on her site is $1. So I just happened to pick up the package and looked at the back, and on the warning it said it has a big, you know, warning sign. This product can, okay, I don't have my magnifying glass again. I need ices in here. Okay, this product can expose you to chemicals including cadmium, and I'm thinking it says cadmium because I can't really see it. Everything is small. Lead and nickel, which are known to the state of California to cause cancer and birth defects or other reproductive harm. For more information, and it gives you a website to go to, and then it says this product is not recommended for children 12 and under. So we're talking about lead, nickel, and cadmium. Of course, we all know that lead is bad, no doubt. Does anybody have anything to expound on as far as that goes, as far as the nickel and the cadmium, or am I saying it? Because I can't see if that's an N or an M. If it comes out, okay, Ade is saying to anybody that's watching on their television screen and cannot see the live chat, or if you're just listening and can't see the live chat, I like to speak out what is going on so that you all can know what's being said instead of just hearing me reply. Welcome, Antonio. Welcome, Emperor. Welcome to all my empresses and emperors. Thank you all for coming in. I forgot to say that at the beginning. If it comes out of California, it will get the label. Not that it is inherently bad, but California, I don't know, they tend to go overboard on warning labels. Okay. Thank you for coming in, Emperor Antonio. Now we have Bonafide and Antonio in, two of our emperors. Don't have that many that come by anymore, so I appreciate you all being here, and of course I always appreciate my empresses. But yeah, that kind of freaked me out, and I was like, man, I bought like 10 pairs. I ordered like 10 pairs of earrings, just just for play, just something I would wear for a few hours, not like all day, or a whole work day, or go to sleep in and all that other stuff. Hey Star, welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Yes, Bonafide, all of that on the earrings. What did they say? Resin. These were resin with just like some fringe hanging down. If you can see them, it's just like a little it's some resin with, of course, like the little fake gold, whatever, and then some fringes hanging down. Yeah, lead is bad because remember back in the day, if you're at least from the 70s or beyond, I mean above the 70s, 60s, whatever, lead was a big thing as far as in paint and stuff. A lot of paint had lead in it and stuff, and that was something that was considered still considered very dangerous. I'm so sorry to hear that, Star. Okay, wait, I'm gonna come back. Give me 1 second, Star. Okay, I got you, Boho. Yeah. If I would have, it was something I made a purchase of online, so I had no idea. It wasn't like they stated it, online, of course, because they want you to buy the product. So when you buy the product, that's when you see the label. Star, I'm so sorry that you had a loss. I'm definitely indeed sorry. I'm sending you much love and light. Everyone, please send Star some love and light. Anytime you lose anybody, it is always, for me, I mean, be it a pet, be it a friend, be it whomever, even if somebody's just sick, I mean, but to lose someone, that is definitely something, I struggle with. So please just know that we're sending you much love, Star. Definitely. Yeah, no problem, Star. You don't want to just let or breathe it in, of course. Yeah, of course, bona fide. Yeah, I'm sure it's in a lot of things, and a lot of people, a lot of places, I'm sure don't give you that information, because I bought some cheap earrings from a beauty supply store, and I promise you, it did not have any of that information on it. And they were the same thing, like $1 pair of earrings, because I knew it was just going to be something I have on for like a couple hours or so, and that's it, because my ears are very sensitive. I can't wear anything that's not gold in my ears or silver in my ears. I get infections fast. Yes, Star, we'll be praying for you, sending you love and light. I'm so, 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 so sorry. That's a good question, Ade. Ade asked, Bonafide, how fast does it enter the bloodstream through the skin, like in earrings? Yes, please, if you have that information. And I'll be looking it up too, now that I just found this out like maybe an hour ago, you all, while I was trying to get ready for this chat. Everything is cancerous. Remember that they say everything is cancerous. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, your pod. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so glad you made it. Your pod, today we're gonna do something a little different so people will be more interactive. And I'll tell you about it in a minute. And yes, we are all feeling the pain from Star losing somebody very close to her, losing her man, and still having the energy to get up and come to this live chat. I appreciate that, because I hadn't seen you for a minute. And you've been around with me for a while, Star. Matter of fact, you were the winner of the one and only giveaway that I had when I gave away the King J cap and the band. Yep, that's exactly what it says. Could cause cancer, but I promise you, when I walk into a beauty supply store, just looking for little odds and ends, mostly eyelashes or whatever, I never see a label on any other little purchases I make, mostly which maybe earrings or something other fact. Yes. Yes. Regular and lead. Yep. Or unleaded. I do remember Bonafide. Bonafide said, Empress, do you remember when gasoline had lead in it back in the 70s? You actually had to choose between regular with lead or unleaded. Yep. I definitely remember. Definitely. I was born in 1970, just like you. So, of course, I remember hearing my parents talk about it. I remember going to the gas station with my parents. Anybody that has just come into the live chat, welcome. Please feel free to ask questions, to talk, to chat. Thumbs up as soon as you come in, just so you know. I think a lot of the recommended, I get more recommends when people are interactive and doing the thumbs up and all that. And it doesn't take anything but one little press of a button, so please do that. Cool. Yeah, I still wear the King James cap. It's just that the price has gone up on some of them. And then I found that, I don't know if I just got a hold to a bad batch, but I had purchased about 3 or 4 black ones, and they just kept sliding sooner than normal. Normally, I would have one for like 3, 4, 5 months, easy. No, about 3 or 4 months before it would start like sliding. And the last few times that I purchased them, they started sliding faster, but I still love them. I just know that when I start feeling them slide, that it's time to get another one, because I don't want anything going on with it sliding while I'm in bed at night, or just sliding period while I'm taking dance and pulling my edges. Yes, they are good quality. They're great to sleep in. Bonafide said they're too tight for his head. Yes, be more mindful, Terry. Bonafide says they're too tight for his head. Some people like them, some people don't. Um, again, I like it. I like them, but I just wanted to because I had pushed them so much. Not because they gave me any free anything. Trust and believe. I brought everything myself. But because I really, really like the fact that, I no longer had to worry about satin pillowcases or, even though I still do have satin pillowcases, but I used to sleep with an actual satin pillowcase turned inside out on my head, to keep, people don't understand that cotton pulls your hair just like wool pulls your hair, and that can thin out your hair. The friction of the cotton can pull your hair. Now, maybe it's different when you got like, what is it? What is it? Thread count. Like the higher the thread count, the better it is. I'm not sure, but still, cotton is cotton. Bonafide said, I don't know about the speed of absorption through the skin and into the bloodstream. I believe that we shouldn't put anything on our skin or hair that would be poisonous for us to eat. I agree. Right. And that's what I do wear in my other holes. I have, again, I have 5 holes in this ear, 3 holes in that ear. I wear nothing but diamonds over here and over here. And then I have like 1 gold ball. And I can't, like earrings that are not gold, I can't wear them for longer than a few hours because my skin is so sensitive that I start to get irritated very fast. So, when I buy like the little cheap earrings just to wear in my first hole, I would never put them in my other holes. But just in my first hole, I have to take them off like soon. Like as soon as I get through with a video, I'll take them off. Like, yeah, plastics and resins. Yeah, right. I agree. Thumbs up if you just came in. Okay, since we have 10 people in here now. Okay, right. Yeah, litigation. People are being sued. Companies are being sued. Right. They said my glasses would be nightmarishly heavy with glass lenses and metal frames. Tony Daly. I know Tony Daly. Tony Daly YouTube channel from Canada. Your pie. Is that who you're talking about? Yeah. What about her? What made you mention Tony Daly? Because I watch her vlogs almost every day now. Ever since I started watching her, I would say recently, since the breakup or the guy, her husband of 21 years. Oh, I didn't even know she sold earrings. I knew she did something. I didn't know that she sold earrings because she's mostly been talking about her new life, without, I guess she called her channel Tony Daly and the boy, and the boy left after 21 years of being married to her or something. I'm gonna have to check her out there. She never talks about it on her recent videos. I just been watching her. She popped up on my recommended. Okay, let me tell you all the good news. I went to, and this is, a lot of people don't know about this because a lot of people are not connected to me on Facebook, and I only announced it on Facebook. Yapa, you might know. Ade, I feel you. I probably could get gold or silver earrings, hangers they are called, and just replace the ones that come with those earrings. I don't have time to do all that. Yeah, because I don't have a lot of energy for all that. I have too much stuff going on. But that's a whole nother job. But anyway, this is the good news. You all know that I've been like definitely on this health journey, just I've always tried to maintain a healthy lifestyle, except, this year I was able to get off all the medications and stuff that I was on. I had been doing green smoothies and stuff for over a year. August, I think, made a year since I started my green smoothies, which means I incorporated more kale, more all types of foods and vegetables and stuff vegetables and stuff that I wouldn't normally eat or whatever. And then I'm trying to see, what did I do recently? In May, me, your pie, and a couple in Sahar, Empress Sahar, and a few other people, we did a 10-day smoothie cleanse, and then I just kept going, and I cut bread out of my diet, and again, just being off of all the medications and stuff I was on. I finally went to the doctor again, and I never get on the scale. I never ever get on the scale because I'm just like, I don't want to know. I mean, even though I felt like I've been losing weight or whatever, I don't like numbers, because that can uplift you or it can put you down, bring your vibe down a little bit if it's not the number you wanted. So I had in my mind, I promised myself I was going to get on the scale when I went to the doctor. So when the time came, I was like, okay, if I'm at least this weight, then I know that I lost probably about 20 pounds, and I'll be cool with that. I still have a long way to go because the medications caused me to gain like a substantial amount of weight, but it was either vanity or insanity. So I chose to deal with not being vain and definitely not being insane. I chose to take the medication so that I wouldn't feel the panic attacks, the anxiety, the depression, and everything. So the vanity was out the door because I had bloated up so bad. Anyway, I got on the scale, and instead of the 20 pounds that I thought I lost, I actually lost 44 more pounds, 44 pounds more than the 20 pounds that I thought I lost, which means that I lost 64 pounds. And I am so excited, so ecstatic, so just grateful, and just making a few little changes. I mean, doing the G-bombs, Dr. Furman, Bonafide, you know all about that. Dr. Furman has the G-bombs, and it's greens, berries, what is it? Onions, wait a minute. Greens, berries, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. 64 pounds. Now, I noticed in my clothes that I was getting smaller, and I could tell in my face that I was getting smaller. But I just, like I said, I just would not get on the scale. So I was happy when I got on the scale to see, now I'm going to take my measurements and see what my waist is and what my hips are and, all of that. I knew things were changing. Thank you, Star. Thank you, your pie. I'm going to see because, I still have a ways to go to get some of this weight off. Like I said, I was on Seroquel. Seroquel will blow you up. In a month, you can gain over 20 pounds easy. It happened to my dad. They put him on Seroquel when he was in a nursing home for a minute, and he couldn't. I mean, he had to take the medication. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Scales can be deceptive, no doubt, and that's hence the reason why I really just didn't get another scale because my scale is broke. Right. But also, in doing my labs and stuff too, I know that I am on a healthier path. I know just from my blood work and stuff that was done that I'm on a healthier path. Welcome, Burrell. Welcome, King. Welcome, Emperor. Thank you for taking the time out to come in for a minute. Thank you. He said thumbs up. Everybody's in the chat. Thank you, Empress Star. Thank you so much. Yeah, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. Absolutely. That's what the G-bomb says. From Dr. Furman. And Sahara, everybody knows Sahara L. work directly with him, and I want to tell her business. You know, her daughter Ivy did a story on her, but she lost like over 200 pounds. And if you see Sahara, for real, Sahara is stunningly beautiful. I mean, she is straight gorgeous. When I saw the picture of her before, she looks like two totally different people. I mean, not that she wasn't beautiful before, but it doesn't even look like her. She looks totally different. So the only thing I'm waiting on now, because the Seroquel I was taking, you know, when you take medication for like 16 plus years or over, I say 15 plus years, it don't just flush out of your system in a month because you eating right and doing right. I mean, because I was eating right and doing right throughout the whole flick. But it's just because you stop doesn't mean that all those toxins are out of your body. So hence I started adding more things to help me to, you know, detoxify and remove some of this medication that's been in my body. It's really been, I started with a new psychiatrist in January. She got me weaned off of most of everything by March, April, I want to say early spring. So, and that's after that, that's when I really started noticing, you know, a difference. So I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you so much. And today me and me and Burrell, we were tripping because I sent him pictures and stuff. I'm like, this look is not it today. I'm not feeling it. I'm not. He had me sitting up here last night putting on as he say, the feathered effect. He was like, go light, you know, be real light with your makeup tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I woke up this morning because I did my eyes last night. I woke up this morning, it was all gone. So I had to do it all over. And then before I came on, I sent him a picture. He was like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And you all know me. I like to go bright. I like bold colors. I like shining. Sometimes a little bit too much. I'll go overboard with it. But you know, this is a fall. This is my little look. Don't get it twisted. I'll throw on some hot pink next week. But you know, this is the vibe. Okay, a day, yes. Yeah. My dad was saying from drug recovery, some toxins can take as long as 2 years to leave, say, your hair follicles. True. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much, Apa. And you too as well. I see you glowing all the time. All the time. Burrell. Yeah, bro, you had me straight up talking about the feathered look. And I'm sitting up here like, okay, I'm lay on my back and make sure I don't mess up my eyeshadow. I woke up and was like, where did it go? That's, you know. But he's a man that's good with blending colors and stuff. So I trust him with his eye. But you know, he always tells me the truth when it comes down to my makeup. Okay, Bonafide is saying that I came across another health related YouTube channel that is I strongly recommend. I got my pad, you all. And I suggest that you all come sometimes with pads too, because it's a lot of good information from people in here. And some people in here, you know, we have holistic health coaches in here. We have people that just have a bunch of information. Um, Somebody who doesn't come in that often. Burrell has a lot of information from going through cancer and chemo and, you know, getting better, you know, doing better. He's a person that has a lot of information, especially about, like I said, this whole year of dealing with battling cancer. So, you know, a lot of questions can be addressed, and we're going to share. You know, it's because a lot of things I don't know. I could talk about hair all day long, but what's hair without health? So Bonafide is saying, Empress, I came across another health related YouTube channel that I strongly recommend. It's based off the work of the late Dr. Sebi. The channel is called, okay, Alkaline, for those who are watching or listening, Alkaline Meal Ideals and more. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question about that too, Bonafide. I'm going to ask you a question in a second. You see, you know what, Ade? Don't play because he might have. Ade said, Cujo. She talking about my dog. She talking about Lucky. Oh, he's laying down right here. He's asleep because he sure ain't getting up. And I know I called his name a couple times. Thank you, Terry. And that was gonna be one of my questions too, Terry. Bonafide, I got a question for you. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that Lucky may have licked my makeup off. He did it. He be all over me. Lucky be all in the bed, y'all. Um, Alkaline. I want to talk about Bonafide since you brought it up. Alkaline water. That is something that, and maybe it was because of the medications I was on at the beginning of the year that I can truthfully say I'm so glad to be off of, because my mind is so much freer. I have so much more energy. I have so much more bounce in me. Um, I was told not to drink alkaline water. You know, they told me not to. My doctor said it would interact with, at that time, some of the medications that I was on. And that came from both when I went to Northwestern Hospital when I was with them for some time, and then with the new psychiatrist that I have now, which I'll be changing soon. Everything is going to be tell her something. Anyway, I won't have to see her. I will still see my therapist, but I won't have to go in and see her. Everything will be done telegraphically or something. I don't know if it's going to be like Skype or what, but it makes sense to me because I only go in and see her for like 10 minutes just to talk about how I'm feeling. Anyway, yes, people are spending a lot of money on alkaline water, and I wanted to know, Bonafide, Burrell, Yapa, Ade, anybody, well, Ade, you're asking about it. Anybody who has any information about alkaline water, let me know what are some of the benefits if you do intake it, or if you just have knowledge about it. What are supposed to be some of the benefits of taking it? And indeed, I mean, since my doctors was saying not to take it, and even though I'm not on medications and stuff anymore, what are some of the benefits for taking it, and what are some of the downfalls from taking it? And I don't like to get on like fad type stuff that people get on, and like 1 minute it's like, okay, do this, 1 minute it's like, no, that's bad for you. It changes up. 1 minute they're saying, oh, this is great for you. The next thing, I think it was like bran. It was like, bran is great. You got to have bran. And the next thing I know was like, no, don't eat bran. Don't eat bran. It's bad for you. So I want to know more about the alkaline water. But see, I've had doctors for 16 years in dealing with my situation. And the place is, I mean, my current psychiatrist is 80 years old, and she retired twice, and she's the only person in the office. So that's why they're going to the tele I don't know if it's going to be via the telephone or if it's going to be a face-to-face chat or what have you. But I mean, I will still be seeing someone. I still have my regular physician, and then I have my therapist. So I'll still be seeing someone. It's just that I won't have to go in and talk about medication, especially since I'm not on medications now. My regular physician, Boho, I will be seeing, all the time whenever I feel like it. Whenever I feel something is going wrong, trust me, she's right down the street. Trends and fads, right? So, okay, Bonafide, where are you? Okay, and that's what I keep in my water, your Empress Shapa. Make your water alkaline by squeezing a key lime in your water. Okay. Teleprompter. Teleprompter? Okay. Um, what are the benefits? What are some of the benefits, and what are some? And does anybody have any? Has anybody had any type of adverse effects through doing alkaline water? And then is it just another thing like the spring water that people, it just came out recently that a lot of this water that they out here selling, saying that it's spring water, is this, is that. A company just got busted out about it, that it truly wasn't nothing more than the regular water that was coming from our taps. Okay, Boho, you see the doctor on the teleprompter. Because when I think teleprompter, I'm thinking studio. I'm thinking the teleprompter is what you read off of when people are doing like live shows and stuff. So when you say teleprompter, I'm kind of thrown off, because that's what people read off of when they're doing the news, or when they're doing like a live awards show or something, or when they're doing any type of show, they have a teleprompter that they look at. So is it going to be, I mean, are you talking to a person face to face like I'm talking to you all now? Yeah, right now I have just regular lime, lemon, ginger, and celery in my water. Okay. Okay. Boho Trent says supposedly our bodies need to stay at an alkaline acidic balance. We eat a lot of acidic foods, but normally not enough alkaline ones. Okay. Bonafide said basically it's been said that disease processes are dependent on acidic physiological environment. Alkaline water has been touted to neutralize those negative effects, as well as alkaline food. Okay, I got it, Boho. And Bonafide, okay, I got you too. What are the foods? What are some of the foods that are high in alkaline? Honestly, I got this water bottle, which said it was BPA free or whatever, from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I got it from the Dollar Tree for $1. When you make $1 a day, say. And I brought them honestly because I wanted my daughter to drink more. So I said I buy her one, buy me one, and then with us both being involved in dance, it's something we could just take with us. And to get her to drink more. I mean, that's all I have here anyway, besides the smoothies and stuff that I make. But to make her drink even more, and to get some benefits from it, I like having the ginger, for my stomach, the lemons, the limes, for detoxing. Ade, well, send out your information so people can get your books. You could post that. Boho says kiwi, bananas, and raspberries, all the above. I love. I always incorporate bananas into my smoothies. Okay, Burrell's. I'm glad you're still here. I thought you left. Same effects. Same effects as your smoothies. Anti-aging, immune system booster, colon cleanse, cancer resistant. Okay. Because I definitely been on my smoothies, and I was telling Emperor Burrell yesterday that we talk about food a lot because he's into gardening too a day. But we were talking about oh, and I got me a pomegranate yesterday, and then Burrell gonna run out and get him one today and take a picture and send it to me. But I found at Trader Joe's, I got me a nice big fat pomegranate that I'm gonna have when I get off of here. But yeah, I definitely need everything that is anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, stuff for my immune system, especially since you all know that I've had pneumonia 3 times in my life, once in my 20s, once last year in April, and then once again this year around April. I love strawberries. I have everything that you are naming, except for the figs, and I don't have any cantaloupe. But I did have one not too long ago. But a lot of things I keep frozen in my freezer so that they can be preserved, so that when I'm ready to use them for my smoothies, it's right there. Blueberries are actually great antioxidants. And Burrell, you were saying that you found out something about blueberries being good for cancer as well. If you cared to elaborate, we were talking about it yesterday. Dave, please, and I'm gonna say at about 5 o'clock, everybody can post, because it's a lot of people on here who have different things that they do. Like I have my candle business. Your pie, she does bath and body type products, skin creams and stuff. Ade has a book. Who else am I missing? Who am I missing? Bonafide has a Pinterest page. All the berries are great except for cranberries. Okay. Burrell says that oh God, I need a massage. Says that the blueberries was good for the liver. As far as for cancer and dealing with the liver. And I was just talking to my doctor the other day. And I also talked to a heart specialist, somebody I had met, and we were talking about how I was just talking about how people, like some people's tolerances are different, and how, I'm like, well, if a person doesn't die, but they took a certain amount of pills, like, how people try to kill themselves and take, well, that doesn't sound right. Some people overtake medication and have complications from it, including death. I'd rather put it that way. But then somebody else can take the same amount of pills and nothing happens. But I'm like, later on in life, do you have problems from doing that for like a long period of time? Like if you've been doing it over and over again for a long period of time. And I was told by two doctors that the liver actually repairs itself, so that if you didn't have any problems when you did it at that time, that you probably wouldn't have any, that the liver can repair itself. And definitely, I'm sure it's just like our hair, it's based upon the individual, as Ade said. And also, Bonafide, tell me about cranberries. Liver can repair itself, Ade is saying. Right. I hear you, Ade. I hear you about that. Trust and believe me. You already know I know. So yeah, I wanted to know if anybody else. I mean, we're talking about the different things. We're on nutrition right now, and again, I don't know if the person left that had a hair question, but again, a lot of that stuff is in my videos. I've done over 200 videos in cahoots to my hair journey. But if that person is still on here, please, by all means, I'll expound a little bit on your question. Okay. Bonafide, what's up with cranberries? Are cranberries not good to eat? Boho, you have a pomegranate tree in your yard and a tangerine tree? I'm coming over. Oh, but you're in Arizona. Maybe you and Ade could hook up. I'm not coming to Arizona, even though one of my close friends just moved there. It's probably nice and hot down there right now. I'm over here freezing. I love sage. I don't know. I speak about sage a lot because I'm always smudging. I continuously smudge like my crystals, my hair, my home, my child's room, my child. When we go out, and be around different people, I'll smudge our entire bodies with sage. They said send some seeds. Okay, Bonafide said apparently cranberries are acidic. They're beneficial in regards to preventing and even clearing up, UTIs. Mm. I'm sorry, you I don't know. I've been doing way more than my gallon a day here lately. I don't know if I'm lacking in something or what. Or maybe it's because I have my heat on. I just been feeling thirsty. Garlic spray. Okay. We're talking about seeds and growing. A lot of people on here are growing. Emperor Burrell said he's going to germinate his pomegranate seeds. Yeah, Ade, I'm thinking it's the heat because I have my heat on. Ade, you know what? Just because you in Arizona now, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to talk about no snow and stuff. We're not going to get that 6 inches. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're not going to speak that into existence. We're going to say that the weathermen don't know what they're talking about because last year I don't think we got any snow till January. I'm not ready for it. But you know what, Burrell, he always knows the weather. He knows the weather in Chicago faster than I do. And he live he live in the South, but he always get my weather. But yes, I have my heat on 77 right now. Okay, let's see. I wanted to know. This is a question that I have. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna answer boho trends question first, and then and Bonafide, and then I'll ask the questions that I have. Oh, cool. I don't know where my neighbor got the seeds from, but this is my second year of the trees in my yard. We just picked and ate some pommes. Okay, Bonafide saying going back to because I paid $1.99 for my pomegranate, and Burrell paid $1.50 for his. Going back to what I asked about the alkaline water, the first time that I heard about it was about 5 years ago from a woman in her 60s who said drinking it gave her the most amazing energy. I'm gonna be honest, just by removing a couple things from my diet, honestly, just the whole grain bread that I was eating and just cutting that out completely, that's when I noticed I started gaining more energy, and incorporating more vegetables that I hadn't been eating gave me more energy. At first I thought I needed the maca powder, and then they stopped selling it at my local grocery store. But I don't need the maca powder. I'm fine without it. It's 78 degrees in your house with no heat on. I'm so jealous. Welcome, Harold. Thank you so much for coming in, Emperor. Okay. Burrell, he said I always used to have to check the weather when he was traveling, so it's a habit. Well, I appreciate you always letting me know what the temperatures, because you know I don't watch the news much, what the temperature's gonna be in Chicago. Thank you for coming in, Emperor Harold. We're talking about nutrition. We're talking about alkaline water. We're talking about packaging. Lucky wants to come back up. We're talking about some stuff that I found on some earrings that I purchased online. Lead. What did I say it had in it? Lead, nickel, and yeah, I can't even read it now. Cadmium, and saying it could cause cancer and stuff. Lucky feeling like a little baby today. So that's where we at, just to catch everybody up. But I had some questions. Okay. On like the regular videos that I do weekly, I didn't do one last week because I was just kind of torn. I'm like, God, I've done so many videos on here, which I want to still continue to do, but in growing and evolving, you know, I like to talk about health more because it's so important to me, especially being I'll be 50 soon. I'll be 50 sooner than I know it. You know what I mean? Would you all like videos that have more or less nutrition, because those get the least amount of views? So I'm wondering, do you want to see more videos with nutrition? Do you want to see videos where I show how I prepare some of my foods and stuff? Hopefully, you know, I can get somebody. My daughter, she's not real good at videoing me. But I do want to do some videos of me actually doing some of my meals that I make. Because you know I'm basically just plant-based. My story times, is that something you want to see more of? And if so, what type of story times? What do you want to know? You know, somebody had asked me the other day about my bond with my daughter, and I've already posted like 2 story times about, you know, I only wanted a child, and 2, giving birth, you know, via C-section. And somebody had asked me about how did I get the close bond that I have with my daughter, and I could talk about that forever. I mean, seriously, you know. And then don't get it twisted, we bump heads. She's an Aries. She's very demanding, and she's a tween. So is that something that you all would like to hear about, or what would you like to hear about more on this channel? You know, my Sunday crew, we talk about everything. Y'all seem to be pretty open to talking about everything, but a lot of other people that are just regular subscribers that don't come to the Sunday chat are not necessarily watching like some of the other videos unless it's dealing with hair. Thank you, Star. Star says, whatever you want to share. Ade says, learning more about nutrition. So would you like to see me do, because I have been doing some amazing recipes, and then talking with my doctor, and she's a vegetarian, but she also tried being, you know, going over to the vegan side or whatever. And she was just telling me, you know, some of the things. She was actually the one who made me start eating beans, because I was not doing beans at all. You know, I told you I had been traumatized about beans. So she was the one who got me talking, you know, doing the bean thing. And I've been doing chickpeas, black beans, lentils, and I'm stick with those 3 for now. I don't want to do too much. Okay, here is Bonafide talking about, but the alkaline water that my friend was drinking came from regular water being charged in the alkalizing machine, not the store-bought stuff, which usually just has different salts added to it. Good point. Good point. Because when I was inside of a store, this store that I go to called Cultural Connections, I saw them, you know, people were bringing their bottles in to be refilled, and they had like a regular water machine. And I just felt like this when I saw them like refilling the jugs. I was like, how do you actually know what is inside of what they're selling you? You know what I mean? Just like they busted out the the whole thing about the spring water. I forgot which company it was. If anybody knows the company, I don't remember what company it was, but they found out that it was not the spring water or whatever. Why everybody's out here running and buying spring water and stuff, and spending money, and they weren't getting what they thought they were getting. Ask Isis, and you know what? Isis was gonna. Me and Isis agreed when the person that asked, Boho, and that's good that you pointed that out. Um, we're gonna do the segment together about our relationship. Oh, you have a school question? Okay, you know what? Boho Trends, we did. Isis talked in depth about when school was just on strike here in Chicago. She talked about school a lot on there. But I'm sure, when she does the video chat with me, because I do want to do, something about our relationship and how things are and how things have changed or whatever. And how, I mean, of course, I have unconditional love for my child, no doubt. I mean, there's no stronger bond than me and my child. But yeah, we're gonna do a video, and I was wondering, is that something that would be of interest? But I just can't see, as being a mother, giving birth, having a C-section, all the things, wanting a child badly, not having a child until I was 36, going on 37, being told at 25 that I couldn't have any, or that it may be a 50-50 chance because of PCOS. I can't understand why a mother wouldn't have a serious bond with their child. But there are mothers that don't, and I know plenty of them. And I just don't understand it. I mean, my bond is so strong. I do amazing things when it comes down to my daughter. I can come up out of a panic attack and fight and defend her, or be an advocate for her with school or anything else, no matter what the situation is, in some of my roughest days that I've had in the past. Ah, right, Bonafide, yeah. One in the not too distant future, I'm going to trip on something and fall into it. Yes, and you know what? Honestly, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, because my 40s have been better. I mean, each decade it has just been better and better. I would say in my 20s I had way less fear, but I also didn't have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I had never experienced anxiety. I didn't know what that was. I had never experienced it whatsoever. So some of my years, I would say in my 30s, were rough because of the anxiety. Coca-Cola got in trouble with bottled water in England some years back. Okay, that was from my day. Star says Jane Kesselston and her doctor, a heart surgeon, promotes oatmeal, kale, dark. Yes, I put oatmeal in Isis smoothies, and I do a lot of protein. I make a lot of protein bars with oatmeal in it, the whole oats. Okay, that's good to know. I gotta write that down. Okay, Ade, you're saying your bond was because of interference from fathers. Muted. Okay, was muted because of interference from fathers. Okay, we'll talk more about that. Okay, Bonafide said, I'd love to see you talk more about nutrition and wellness as well as your story times. Thank you, Bonafide. Because I want to know what you all want to see, because I want to put out here content that's not just repetitive. Some things need to be repeated, but some things, I'm trying to evolve as a person, as well as, help other people to evolve through my channel, through this platform, so we can all live healthy, happy lives. So we can have hair on our head, so we can feel great, not just look great, but feel great. Healthy nutrition, hair, story time, etc., whatever. Thank you, Terry. And I do want to do some makeup too. I've been so scared of going into the makeup thing, because that will attract new people. And the makeup, the beauty industry is notorious on YouTube. They are, it's a whole nother level. I really just want to talk about it with my people here. I want to gain new people, but they go in hard. It's a lot of controversy in the beauty industry on YouTube. Thank you, Empress Yapam. I appreciate you, Burrell. Said whatever it is that moves you in life has always been great topics or information to keep sharing. Thank you so much. And you all, please share the videos. I mean, a lot of people, of course, are not going to watch the live chats, but if you happen, I've been pulling up videos lately and sharing them on my Facebook page, like older videos, and sharing them with people on my Facebook page. Okay, Star says, I had my daughter at 30 years old. We have a strong bond. I can relate to you and my daughter. Empress, welcome, Jesus. I'm sorry, Star, I didn't mean to cut that off. I can relate to you and your daughter. Yeah, we have a bond, but don't get it twisted. Like I said, she's a tween, and then she's an Aries sign, so she's very demanding. And then I'm a very strong alpha female, but I'm very nurturing and very loving and kind, especially to her. She can get away with things that other people can't get away with. And then I love her because she will tell me the truth no matter what. And then she is so free with what she says. You know, she knows a lot. She knows a lot. The girl is on point. I'm not saying that just because she's my daughter, but she says things that amazes me. And we're so much alike, and then we're different in certain ways. Jesus, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you. Everybody, I say this every time he comes in. Jesus was the first person with a wrench, and he used to chase everybody out. He was there, you know, and I'm so happy to see him. So now we have Bonafide, Jesus. I don't know what happened to everybody else. It's after 5:00. So some people probably just left. Jesus, thank you so much for being here. I like my child because she is not crazy by far. She's not blinded by anything. I cannot make up stories with her. I have to tell her the truth. You know, and even if I'm not like if I'm telling like a small story, she calls me out on it. She calls me out on it. Or if I say don't do something and I might do it, yeah, I get called out a lot. She's very outspoken with me. Now she acts kind of shy with other people, sometimes. But when it comes down to her education, because she knows how I am, you know, she speaks up when it comes down to her teachers and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll do a video talking with Isis again. And she agreed that she would do it with no problem again. Okay, so our people are interested in like a few makeup videos. Good night, Star. Again, sending you much love and light. So sorry for your loss. You know how to contact me. I mean, we've spoken before via Messenger. So, you know, if you ever need to talk, you can always hit me up. Make sure you have a wonderful night. And again, sending lots of love. Does anybody have like a burning question that you have been, okay, let's keep it 100% real. Anybody have a burning question that you've been wanting to ask for the longest about me or anything that you haven't asked just because you felt, I don't know, like it was inappropriate or maybe, I don't know, you just didn't want to ask it here? I'm open. Welcome, Empress Sahar. And there she is. We've already talked about you, Empress Sahar. But what I was talking about, Sahar, just to update you, we've been talking about alkaline water. We've been talking about lead. We've been talking about, I had made a purchase that had a warning label on the back. I ordered it online. It said that it had lead and this and that, may contain lead and this and that and the other that can be cancerous and everything. So, you know, we were talking about that, and we've been talking a lot about nutrition. But yeah, if anybody has a burning question that you wanted to ask that you've never asked me, please, this is the time right now. I feel very open and very free, which I always am, you know. But if you have had a burning question that you wanted to ask, feel free to ask me now. And it could be related to anything. It could be about hair. It could be about my life. It could be about my whatever. Totally uncensored. I'm going to be totally open. Okay, not everybody at one time. Everybody still, anybody that's watching this and or listening to this and don't see the actual live chat, everybody's just speaking to Empress Sahara right now because she just came into the room. She's a holistic health coach, you all. And she offers services. So, oh, it's after 5. If anybody wants to post any information about their channels, about their whatever it is, your pie, you can give people the link to your website in order to purchase products. Bonafide, you can let them know how to Google to find you on Pinterest so they can see some of your African art pictures and stuff. A lot of beautiful pictures there. Who else has your pie? Empress Sahara, you can give out your information and let people know that you do holistic health coaching, or any information that you would like to put out, you could put out. Okay, your pie has put out her website, which is www.desiredpromise. That's DESIRED promise PROMIS.com. Ade has books out and needs people to check her out. So a lot of her books are available on Amazon. On Smash, okay, she has a wide variety of books on Smashwords. Many also available on Amazon. So check. I mean, we have a lot of people on here that are doing a lot of different things. So check out. Okay, she sent her link. So if you're watching this and you want to come back to it in the live chat when you get a chance, all this information will be here. Sahar has given out her email address. Okay, Smashwords is the only site that carries all of her books. That's Ade. Okay, and I've lived on the north side of Chicago all of my adult life until now. Bonafide says, my question will be about the north side of Chicago. I've heard so many people familiar with your city as well as other Chicagolands, as well as other Chicagoans talk about the north side being extremely racist. I didn't find that to be true. The north side in which I lived in, now I don't know if you mean the north side of Chicago or do you mean the north suburbs like Schaumburg and different places like that, because where I lived, when you said north side, immediately I thought about Boys Town, and I lived in Boys Town from the time I was 18 until I moved downtown. I forgot what age I was when I moved downtown, but I lived on the north side for a very long time, and downtown is not that far from the north side. But the north side is considered Boys Town. It's a totally gay pride area, in which a lot of people who owns businesses are gay, or gays are accepted. Gays, lesbians, the LBGT and Q community are totally accepted in that area. It used to be, when I first moved over there, it used to be a lot of violence and stuff because of people coming from different areas and messing with or attacking people that were minding their own business just because of their sexuality. But that's what I know about the north side. I don't see it as being racist. I see it more of being, a community that's mixed with, the LBGT and Q community. That's what I got from being up there for so many years. Yeah. Now I would say the north suburbs, and Nadia is from Chicago, so the north suburbs can be totally different. And I don't really do the north suburbs, but yeah, that could be a whole different thing. But just the north side of Chicago, like Belmont area, up to Irving Park, Montrose, all that, you have a nice blending pot, a nice melting pot of like different nationalities, Belizeans, Nigerians, Jamaicans, a lot of Asians. So it's just a big mixture. So it's kind of like a little small New York, north. But when you go further into the suburbs, then maybe, maybe that's where the racism may be more prevalent. A lot of your stories take place on the north side of Chicago. I feel you. I mean, because I lived most of my life on the north side of Chicago, most of my adult life. And now I'm on the east side of Chicago, which I'm still right off the lake, which I was on the north side. And oh, okay, you're talking about suburbs. Right. Yeah, not the north, I wouldn't say the basic north side of Chicago. I never felt that vibe. And I bonded with a lot of people of all different backgrounds on the north side. And I wouldn't say that I would consider it to be racist on the north side. Now, the north suburbs is a totally different thing. Yeah, Cicero, yeah, that's some place where you wouldn't necessarily want to get stopped by the police at. Yeah, the suburb area, I would say. But the north side was so free and so yeah, I didn't have any problems on the north side except for people that were looking for, if you watch my story times, people that were soliciting sex and all that type of stuff. It was it was like a nice little Broadway, was a nice little track, with people transgender, whatever, people prostituted. And I had somebody follow me home one time, and then one time, you got to watch my story times because I talked all about it in my story time. Yeah, Cicero is rough. A day, like I said, a day is from Chicago too. So yeah, Cicero. What about with Schaumburg? I have a girlfriend that stays in Schaumburg, but she's married to a Caucasian guy, and she loves being in Schaumburg. But I'm not really sure about Schaumburg and different places. But as she says, Cicero is definitely one of those places that you don't want to go to. But I don't travel that far. Mm-mm. Okay. Okay, Schaumburg is interracial. Okay. Yeah, she's definitely in an interracial relationship, and marriage, and she doesn't she I just saw her not too long ago, and she doesn't have any problems in Schaumburg. She loves it. Does anybody else have any questions, any burning questions, like something you truly, 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 truly just wanted to ask, but you never asked me? Or if you have questions, well, I'll go first. If you have any questions that you truly want to ask me, please feel free to ask. And it could be related to anything. I'm gonna be totally transparent. It could be anything. I mean, I know I tell a lot about myself already, so if you have questions for each other too, we could do that as well. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Right. Boys Town is like Greenwich Village. I've definitely been. New York was my stomping grounds when I was a little bit younger, but yeah, it's considered that. And definitely more so now than when I first moved around and when I was 18, over 30 years ago, 31 years ago. Um, it's definitely way more accepted. And now that we also have a mayor that is a part of the LBGT and Q community, of course that area is totally going to be well taken care of. Okay, Yapa, that's a good question. When I got lucky, was he considered an emotional support animal? Absolutely not. When I got lucky, it was due to a friend having allergies. Me and my daughter had both been over her house, and my daughter was fond of Lucky. My girlfriend posted some information online saying that she had to get rid of the dog. Lucky is a Yorkie Bichon, which is a very expensive, as they call it, designer dog. Most Bichons cost $800 and up. So I didn't buy Lucky. Lucky was given to me as a present. She didn't ask for anything. Just I gave her some candles for it. But no, I wouldn't say that I got him as emotional support. I did want my daughter to grow up having a dog because I always grew up with a pet, and just so she can understand and have some a feel of starting off chores. You know what I'm saying? I wanted her to be able to have the loving support of having a pet around, which I don't know why that he just does not feel her now at all. But yeah, so she would have to change his water, change his food, clean up behind him, walking. So it got her into a mode of having something to do at a young age, But now I consider, he's everything to me now. But when I initially got him, no, I didn't get him for emotional support. I got him because I knew that my daughter liked him. My girlfriend had to get rid of him, and now he's my son. That's Lucky Osiris. Bonafide said, "How do you feel about Mayor Lightfoot? How's she doing so far? And what would be my general assessment?" I feel like, well, there's only one thing that I could really talk about with Mayor Lightfoot. I would say that she hasn't been in office long enough to do a whole lot of things, but when it came down to the strike, I mean, she was trying to give the Chicago Teachers Union all that they were asking for, which she was kind of like holding back, because I felt like if Mayor Daley was in office, maybe the strike wouldn't have gone on as long as it did, because it was just all about being able to the funds are there. The funds can be gotten. You can get, she could have got the funds. The strike didn't have to last as long as it did. It lasted for 2 weeks. It didn't have to last that long. That was the longest strike since 1987. But she's fresh into the office. I really don't have much to really say. And then I'm really not into politics big time. But I think that so far she had really stressed a lot of things to get the teachers' votes and stuff. And then they're saying that she was being reluctant to giving them all that they were asking for. And you all know that initially the lottery all over was supposed to be for helping for not just Chicago, but I'm going to say Chicago because I'm talking about Chicago, but for the CPS school system. That's what the lottery was for. That money was supposed to be for the schools. And then in different cities and places too, it was supposed to be for the schools. And I don't understand why, funds were a big, big deal. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, it's better than New York City because of Chicago. I like both though. I love New York. I love New York. And I love Chicago. I love both places. I love New York and I love Chicago. It's just been a while. I haven't been back to New York since I left there the day before the 9/11. That's how long it's been since I've been to New York. And not for any reason. I just haven't been back. We were driving back the day before 9/11 happened. Yeah, I don't talk about a lot of politics because it's too controversial. Politics, sex, religion. But as far as from what I can see, it takes time to really get into an office and do what it is that you want to do. And then it's not you're still not in total control. You still got other people that are behind the scenes with what you can get done. Just like with President Obama, they wouldn't allow him to do a whole lot of things, and he was the president. So we don't. Yeah, I don't really do a lot of politics or anything here, or religion, or again, sex, drugs, all that type of stuff. They say bona fide, negative free zone, and no pizza politics. Oh, we already get you beat. Wait a minute, bona fide. That's not true now. I have to. Now I'm with our day on that one. Y'all pizza is not better. Definitely not. Definitely not. And that was one of my favorite foods growing up. That's true. Now you may be able to find more tropical foods. But I mean, you can find them, but you have to go to different areas. Like we have our Asian area, we have all different types of areas. Where the Ukrainian area, we got the Belizean area, and then we got the little mixture of different people and stuff. But bona fide, y'all pizza is not better. And I've had pizza all my life in Chicago and in New York many times. You lost on that one. And now, that's another thing. I've been making my own pizza crust with cauliflower, because at first I was gonna buy the pizza crust that was made from cauliflower at the store, and I seen it and I was just like, for how much? For that? And it's in the frozen. Nah, it's in the frozen section and it looked like that and it cost that much. So I looked up online and found me some recipes, and I've been making my own. And making my own vegan cheese. Whatever, bona fide. Normally I'm on your side, but on this one, nope. You lost. Have I ever met Oprah? I've been to Oprah's studio. My child's father actually delivered packages to her on a how can I say it? On like a weekly basis. He was delivering packages to her. I was on her show. I didn't meet her, like shake her hand, but I was maybe a few feet away from her. So I actually called for tickets, sent an email for tickets, which were at that time very hard to get. And I was able to get tickets. I got like 4 tickets immediately. And that was like a miracle to actually be able to go onto her show and take some friends with me. And I was hoping it was going to be a good show where she was giving away stuff, but it turned out to be a show that I was just like quite disgusted with, because it was talking about pedophiles and people that had been like, had gone through stuff, from pedophiles. So and I lived down the street from Oprah when she lived in Chicago, because I lived downtown and she lived right at the towers, not Sears Tower, the John Hancock building. So I remember I was driving down the street. She was walking to her dogs. At that time, she had the brown dog and a little black dog, the cute little dogs that she used to always talk about all the time. And I saw her walking down the street, and I had a Jeep, so I had the roof back. And I just stood up in my car and just started waving at her. And I'm sure she had somebody probably following her. I don't think she was on Michigan Avenue, which she really didn't have anything to worry about, but I'm sure she had people that were around her because she was just casually walking down the street. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, she lived right down the street from me. I lived maybe about 4 or 5 blocks away from her when she was in Chicago. Okay, Bonafide says, Ade, you funny. Deep dish, yeah. That's what a lot of people, yeah, talk about the deep dish in Chicago. I don't do any of that anymore, but when I did trust and believe, yeah, it was good. That's another question. What are your honest thoughts about Oprah? I've heard that a lot of Chicagoans really don't like her at all, that they know the real Oprah who isn't very nice at all. I never experienced that. I never experienced any negative vibes from her. Again, when I was in the roof waving at her, I mean, she was just like, hey, you know, even when being on her show, she went above and beyond. It was like, she was taking like every person's question. Like the person that was over the production or whatever was telling her, okay, he made her answer like some questions, and she was like, it's already time for her to get up out of there, whatever. But she went ahead and sat there and when he was trying to get her to stop answering questions, she just kept going on and on and on. Like, okay, already made me answer some people's questions, so I'm going to go ahead and answer everybody's question. Anybody who has a question, I'm going to answer their questions. I'm going to sit here. And she did. She was very polite, and she sat back and answered everybody's questions. Anybody that had a question, she answered the questions. My father, he had an encounter with her at the East Bank Club, which is a big gym here in Chicago, an expensive gym. He said she was nice. He said that without her makeup on, that she was a little different looking, but I know her because I'm a retired hairstylist. I knew Andre. I knew her hairstylist for years and years and years. He definitely never had anything bad to say about her. I never got a bad vibe from her. I mean, as far as, yeah, really, a day. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't around her like that, but even with the deliveries and stuff, and seeing her, my child's father seeing her, he never had anything bad to say about her as far as the way she acted or anything. But I mean, maybe we call her on good days. We all have our good days and bad days. I don't know. I just never saw her as a bad or mean person. Yeah, we all can be different from day to day, our day. Yeah. I mean, I have my days, trust and believe, because I had to snap on somebody, and as mild mannered as I try to be, sometimes, you can catch me at that wrong moment and you can say the wrong thing. And especially if I'm trying to rectify the price of something when I'm in line trying to make a purchase and people are getting annoyed. Oh, I had to check somebody the other day. Woo! And I didn't feel bad about it. I really didn't. Because, unless you're paying for what I'm purchasing, don't worry about why this coupon is not going through. Because yes, I do use electronic coupons and all of that, and it's not my fault if stuff happens. So yeah, I have days when I may be considered not at my best as well. So, catch me. Catch me. You know. But I really try to be kind to everybody. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, sir, no, sir. Just kind to everybody, speaking, whatever. But don't get it twisted. And I say this all the time when it come down to me and my child. I have I have I have a tendency to go there, and I'm sure we all do. Yeah, she had good days and bad days. And you also have to remember, I mean, there were times when she experienced a lot of racism, especially being in Chicago. I remember one time when she wanted to make a purchase at Tiffany's, and they were having a private party or whatever there. She didn't know that or whatever, but she just wanted to, make a purchase, and they totally shunned her. They didn't know who she was, for one. I mean, not saying that she should get special privileges or whatever because of who she is, but trust and believe, when she went back on her show, she made it very clear, about what happened, whatever. And I experienced the exact same thing at Tiffany's, except for I was being asked by the security guard, do you need help with something? Do you need help? Like, I couldn't afford a item in Tiffany's. I was in there with a gentleman, and he was trying to make a purchase. He was trying to buy a wedding band that he wanted. He was trying to change his band. And they could be real nasty and rude, especially on Michigan Avenue. Michigan Avenue can be, because that's where the affluent people are. Again, that's the tourist area. I lived all around that. And yeah, people can be very funny and follow you around in stores. I still get followed around in stores and being asked, can I help you with something? I'm like, yeah, you can help carry my bags, or maybe you can help do this, or maybe you could reach that off the shelf or something, because they look at you, and then they are checking you out, and they're saying, oh, okay, she got dreadlocks, she got this, she got whatever, let me follow her around, depending on what type of stores you're in, so right. I feel you, Ade. Ade said, I have days I just won't talk to people because I know I'm not going to be nice about anything. Yeah, I always try to find something to be nice about, though. I try to. Okay, Bonafide said, being, no, no incidents, Terry. Bonafide said, being that you're right there in Chicago where this took place. I didn't know about the vandalizing of the nail salon that was notorious for disrespectful treatment of Black women. I haven't heard about that. I don't know anything about that. I don't, being a licensed cosmetologist and knowing so many people, and then I'm also a nail tech. That's part of under being a cosmetologist. Not only did I do hair, I also did nails for a while, and can still do nails, and can still, and of course, as you all know, I do my daughter's hair and my hair only. But I do not support outside of I don't support like places like what are they? I don't support Asian nail places or anything like that. I do my own nails and all that type of stuff, but even if I wasn't capable of doing it, I wouldn't support it, because I know that they want to just get you in and get you out fast. They talk in a language or whatever, and they a lot of times talk about you. I've heard people say that, they know that they were talking about them or whatever. Sometimes they, because they're moving so fast, they don't necessarily clean all their tools and everything as they, and they're more on efficiency, but not necessarily taking the precautions to make sure that people are not getting infections or whatever, and you not sanitizing some of their tools and stuff. But I would never support. A lot of my friends that were nail techs are no longer nail techs and stuff. They lost it because of people coming over here and taking over, that whole vibe, so yeah, I didn't know about Tyrone Muhammad, but I'll look into that. I didn't know. Did he get reprimanded for doing that? Bonafide Muhammad. Did he get any charges for vandalizing the nail salon? And for me, if somebody disrespects me, or if I hear about somebody disrespecting another person of color in a place, I don't support those places. I don't support places like that. And I'll walk out of place in a hot second and not spend my money. But most of the times, I really, I try to just, how can I put it? I try to shop black as much as possible. I try to shop with my own people as much as possible. But when I need other things, or if I need stuff that maybe they don't have, then I'll go to other places. But and sometimes for a savings, I'll go to other places. But if anybody ever gave me any problems or whatever, any place that I go to, I wouldn't go back. And a lot of times I wouldn't even finish my purchase if I had that issue. Okay, and Empress Sahar is still here. Thank you, Empress. I've had situations where this vendor at one of the stores came at me the wrong way and you went off on her. Right, right. I mean, we all have it in us. Well, I'm not going to say everybody. I have it in me, no doubt. And then I told you all, if you ever listen to any of my story times, or just in watching some of my past videos, I mean, I had a real strong disposition as far as my interaction with people. You know, I would just come out straight and I'm a very straightforward person. I'm definitely an alpha female, and I definitely will let people have it about things. I've toned down a lot because my desire is not to go to jail for some of the things that I could have gone to jail for before. You know, like when I first had my daughter and I would push her in the stroller, people would, like I said, I live downtown, so we can imagine the people that were walking downtown would act like they wouldn't see me and take up the whole sidewalk. I'll run straight over their ankles. And then they'd be acting all crazy and stuff like, oh my God, oh my God. You know, I bumped a woman all the way into the shelves one time when I was carrying my baby on my chest, you know, on the little strap thing that you strap around your back and everything. I had her right here and she bumped into me. But with me having my baby on my chest, yeah, she bumped into me and I gave her the opportunity to apologize. I said something totally out of pocket, but not out of pocket. You know what I mean? I let her have it in such a way. And she didn't respond to it. So that's when I bumped into her. I bumped her all the way into the shelves. Next thing I know, she was walking out of the door. Because you done bumped into me and didn't say excuse me, but more than anything, you bumped into my baby girl. So, ooh, hold up, y'all. I just got hot thinking about it. Oh, yeah. Now I try not to do things now though that I don't want to go to jail. Right. I feel you, Empress Sahar. Bonafide said, okay, Ade. It happened a few months ago. I didn't even hear about it. There were many incidents of extreme disrespect, including the owner snatching a customer's wallet. He told the woman to leave and then threw bricks through the window. Where in Chicago was this? Where in Chicago did that happen at Bonafide? I'm gonna look that up because I didn't hear about that. And then again, I'm really not a news person because the news, and I know people are probably like, you have to watch the news so you'll know what's going on. The news is only giving you a small percentage of what's really happening. Yeah, you do find out, but I find out a lot of information just from people telling me anyway. The news makes me depressed, very much so. Definitely, Empress Sahar. We do. We all have our. What is this? Pair of biking shorts. Yeah, I don't do the news. It severely, does something to me, and I just can't do the news. He got arrested for it. Okay, Bonafide is saying that the Tyrone Muhammad, who vandalized this nail, for anybody that is watching this on the live stream afterwards, Tyrone Muhammad was a person who vandalized a nail salon where black women were being mistreated and disrespected. He got arrested for it. The arresting officers were both black women, and it was the most gentle and drama-free arrest I've ever seen. That's great to hear. It's like they loved him, but they just had to do their job. That's good to hear. That is really great to hear. Yeah, especially with the way that people think, a lot of people, attitudes towards police officers are here, and I'm sure in many other places. I'm gonna be honest, I've just become accustomed to. I got pulled over in August for a headlight being out, and I'm usually not out when it's dark at night, so I had no idea that I had a headlight out, and I got pulled over by the police, and I did just what naturally came because of watching different television shows or whatever, and hearing about different things, as far as what they'll do if you act like you reaching for something. So I just had both my hands on the steering wheel, and asked him, was it okay, for me to go on my purse and whatever. He was cool and everything. And actually I had the wrong I didn't have my updated State Farm cards with me. He actually waited for me for 30 minutes to get, I got on the phone with State Farm. They were 24 hours. They sent me over a copy through my phone. I had problems pulling it up and everything. He wound up giving me a ticket he gave me not a moving violation ticket. He made it as a parking ticket. And then also what he did was he transposed the last two numbers of my my license plate number. So first of all, my girlfriend, who is a police officer, who I consider my twin, she was like, yeah, he gave you a break by giving you a parking ticket. But I'm like, how can you get a parking ticket for your lights? If your car is parked, then your lights are not on. But on the parking ticket, it did have, something dealing with lights or whatever. So anyway, long story short, I didn't have a ticket because he transposed the last two digits. And I swear, I really believe that he could have just came straight out and gave me a ticket or whatever immediately. He didn't have to wait 30 minutes for me to be able to pull this stuff up on my phone. Thank God State Farm was open 24 hours. He didn't have to do all that he did. I mean, he sat there. Honestly, he really should have been, because the area that I was in was right down the street from my house. He really needed to have been patrolling the area and watching out for the real crime instead of somebody like me who just had a headlight out. There was a whole bunch of other stuff he could have been catching instead of messing with me. But it all turned out to be good. Ugh. Y'all, West African dance class. No, it's canceled tomorrow. I forget tomorrow's Veterans Day. Oh, why don't I have class tomorrow? We're going to have to do it at home. I was just about to say, my West African dance class has been working me over. Oh my God, my battery is running low. Oh, it's 5:50. Okay, you all. Let me see how much time is it. Oh, it's running critically low. We only have like 5 minutes left, you all. We're not going to make it to 6 o'clock. We'll make it to 5:55. Wow, it came back fast. I mean, time went fast. I think we had a pretty good chat. Thank God. Have you all noticed? I don't want to speak it, but have you all noticed that we haven't needed to use the wrenches lately? Not as much. Thank you so much, Apai. I'm glad you liked it. Okay, Tyrone Muhammad is actually the CEO of Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change. He's on Facebook. Okay, thank you. I would definitely check him out. And I'll be contacting you after I get the information bona fide. I would like to thank everybody for coming into this live chat. Anybody that missed it, please, you can watch it. You can comment. You can thumbs up it. You can share the video with other people. Share any of my videos with other people. I mean, if you all are definitely still interested in the story times, I do want to do the bonding thing with me and my daughter. I do want to do a story time about that, to talk about how our bond is and talk about how we bump heads and stuff. Definitely going to be doing nutrition. Is anybody actually, thank you, Bonafide. I loved you being here, and you too, Ade and your pie and Sahar, and everybody else who came in that's still here. Burrell, everybody. What else did I want to say? Yeah. So just look forward to some more videos this week. I want to put up some stuff. Now, we'll be busy for the next few months, definitely, because my main business is designing candles. And of course, you all know that this is the season when people are definitely burning candles and giving away candles for the holidays. I had to revamp my whole website, so it is not back up yet, but I do have pictures on my Facebook page. If you click on Waxy Desires on my Facebook page, you can see some of my stuff. I still have merchandise and everything in the description box. That's in all my videos. Check it out. And right, a day, definitely. Oh, Burrell is still here. I'll talk to you later. You probably done tore your pomegranate up. I'm about to get mine. But thank you all so much for coming in. And we got about 2 minutes. I just want to thank you all for supporting this. Oh,